Hey guys, what's up? It's Mr. Bosspower here. And before you guys go and say, oh, it's MapleStory, oh, it's for little kids and stuff, let me explain first. One, I played this since I was like 10, not like straight, but I mean like I've been on and off like every 6 months playing this. And really, with this, I wanted to like talk about why people play games. And like a lot of people, when you think of MapleStory, you think of like Grindfest, probably. That's the first thing that comes to mind for a lot of people. And when I was younger playing this, I thought the same thing. That's all it was just a Grindfest, and it's had nothing to like really do in it. So I didn't play for very long. I was on and off. But it depends what you do with your time in the game, really. Like, a lot of people just try to get to max level, which is completely normal. Like, why wouldn't you want to get to max level or whatever? Like, just level up in general. Like, a lot of people do that. So that's what most people would do when they're playing a game, is to level up or to get their equipment or make money or whatever you want to do in the game. But like, you have to even it out, and I find people get bored with the game just because they try doing stuff with it that it's not that it can't do it, but it's just that they're focusing on one aspect of it. MapleStory has plenty of things to do in it besides just leveling up and all the time. And I figured that out probably mostly recently, but I had the idea for a while. But just recently, within the last month, that the only thing to do isn't leveling and stuff. There's a lot of stuff to do. Like right now, while I'm doing this is live, whoops, wrong button. What am I doing? I'm going collecting monster cards around here for an event. It's just something fun to do. Like, it's casual. That like, you don't need to focus on just leveling all the time. So I decided I'd do that and fill that up, and it gives me extra points in this every time. I don't know every time how often, but anyways, it fills it up and increases the stats on it every once in a while. So I decided I'd do that. And speaking of that, where do I need to go? I guess I'll go to Perion, I think. I don't know, let's go get the Dark Axe step. Anyways, yeah, a lot of people will play this and say, oh, it's so grindy and all that. Well, it isn't anymore because of the Big Bang, but I mean, people say that, and that's the first thing that comes to mind, is it's grindy, and that's what turns people off about it or makes people bored about it. It's because that's all they focus on, really. And there's a lot more to do in it than that. I mean, like, humans are really social, and socializing can eat up a lot of your time, actually, and keep you entertained for quite a while. So, like, you don't need to just be leveling all the time. Just hanging out with friends and stuff is good too. You can also party quest. You can do the events like I'm doing. You can go to the Mulong Dojo, and you're probably saying like, oh, well, it's just more killing in the end. Well, it depends what you make of it. You can think of it as more killing, or you can think of a party quest as having fun with friends, or doing the Mulong Dojo. Set a goal for yourself and try to earn the black belt in it, something like that, and have fun with it. And if you play anything too long, like for like 5 hours a day, it's going to get boring. So people that play MapleStory a lot and say, well, I do all of that and I'm still bored of it, well, that's because you're probably playing too much of it and you need to take a break. Like 2 hours, 3 hours at most. Like, if you play anything too much, it gets boring, even TF2, which is why I haven't played in about a month, because I always play it. Not a lot, but I mean, sometimes I don't play it just because I don't feel like it at the time. But that's the thing, a lot of people will play a game and they'll expect it to do something that they want in it, and that it's not meant to do, or it's not its main focus. And MapleStory certainly can be a game where you level up and get equipment and stuff. Like, I've actually been doing that quite a bit lately, but that's not its main focus, is to do that. So I think people try to, like I always say, that people try to make games into something it's not, and really it's either what you can make of the game or how you use the game and use it what it's for. So if you're playing Team Fortress 2, you can't go in and expect to play it like Call of Duty, because it's not the same thing. It's not how it works. If you go and play MapleStory, it's not a game where you spend all your time leveling up like in World of Warcraft, or going in dungeons and getting equipment all the time. It can do that. Like, I have equipment here where it has special stats on the bottom, like 10 intellect and all that. So it does have stuff like that. But that's not the only thing to do. You can also just do events and stuff like that. In Minecraft, there is no set goal. So if you follow everything the way, like, if people get bored from doing the same thing and like MapleStory all the time, well, that means in Minecraft you should get bored too. But people will say, no, I can make my own adventure. I can go and build stuff, or I can go and explore, or I can do whatever I want. And this is kind of the same thing. I like to call games like MapleStory and Minecraft hybrid games, really. MapleStory is more of a social game, I find, because it just has a bunch of little things to do in it, and it doesn't really specialize in any single one. It just does all of them, sort of. So yeah, that's kind of what I think of that. There was something else I was going to talk about besides that, but I don't remember what it is. I guess I'll tell you guys a bit about my character then. I hope you guys get what I'm saying. It's not really... If you play a game too much, any game too much, it will get boring, so I guess don't play games to death. And don't don't go to a game expecting you to do something and then being disappointed in it for not doing it. You look for a game that does what you want it to do instead of... Okay, I don't have stuff for you, first of all, and I'm not going to give you any stuff that's like way above your level. I'm trying to get those cards to drop out of these guys and other guys. Do I even have it for these guys? Yeah, what was I talking about? Yeah, people always try to play a game and it doesn't do what they want it to, if you know what I mean. Like, what's the best way to describe this? I think the best description is just like going and playing any game, really, you look at and try to make it do something else. Like Minecraft. Minecraft will not be a first-person shooter, no matter how hard you try. So don't go in it expecting it to be a first-person shooter. Like, that's a pretty extreme example, but it's how some people look at stuff. So if you want to go and play a game where you're leveling up all the time and all that, well, MapleStory can do that. Just don't expect it to be the only thing that's there. You have to entertain yourself with other stuff too. So that's kind of what I wanted to say. It's just, games are really what you make it, and as long as you play the games for what they are and not for what they're not, then you'll enjoy them more, really. And yeah, that's kind of it, really. I'm surprised I could keep talking while doing this at the same time. I'm usually not that good at multitasking. But yeah, so play games that you like and that do what you like, instead of playing them for what they're not and trying to make them what you want them to be, because you're probably not going to enjoy it as much. So yeah, I'll talk about actually a bit about this, since some people, well, for the people who do play MapleStory or whatever. Oh yeah, and one more thing too. It's not a childish game. Age is just really a number. So you can be any age doing anything you want. What? No, what do you want, Nikki? Silly cat. What are you doing? Okay, you stare at the door while I continue doing this. But yeah, age is just a number, so you can't really let it be the judge of anything. Yeah, I've played this since I was 10 on and off, and just because I'm older now, I'm not gonna stop playing it or ever think I shouldn't play it just because I'm a certain age. Because really, like, people play games for the love of playing games, not because they're this age or whatever, and all that. And I mean, really, how many people actually play games by their age requirement? Like, older and younger, really. Like, this game's 10 and up. People younger than it obviously play it. Same for games like TF2 or Call of Duty. People are 18 playing it, so age is just a number, and I don't really like a game unless it's like something like Caillou's Adventure or something like that, or Sesame Street. Like, I won't do that, but I mean, there's nothing wrong with this. It's an art style. I love 2D games. I always thought they had a really neat charm about them. And the graphics aren't the best, but I mean, I don't hate them. Like, they're good. I certainly don't mind them. So yeah, that's kind of that. While I'm in here, first I want to check to see if I need these cards before I go and do anything. Whoops. No. Get out of there. But yeah, this is probably my main. Yeah, I guess it's my main. It's level 89 Battle Mage. I like the Battle Mages a lot. They're probably my favorite class just because I like mages, but I also prefer fighting up close in a game, so they're kind of like a good mix of the two. Excuse me. But yeah, and I also have a dual blade, level 77, and his name's Lloyd Irving. And my guild's also called Silveranti, and that's also from Tales of Symphonia. And they got a neat little, whoops, that's not what I wanted. There, the neat little ranking system. It's just, I just made it and all that, and my friend made the description here. It's actually iBibbles. She's, I'm subscribed to her, I think, and some people you may know her. She does the MapleStory animations and stuff. She made that, and that's one of her characters there. But yeah, that's my guild I made there with Lloyd Irving. And yeah, I still didn't check what I need to do. But yeah, I never mind MapleStory much. Before it didn't have as much content as it does now, so I can understand, like, it didn't have PvP or Mulong Dojo or events, like, as unique events, I guess. So I guess you could be bored with it, but I mean, it's not terrible at all, really. It just depends how, like, how people play it, I guess. I also have some pretty neat equipment here. I bought this for, I think everything I bought here is under 1 mil, except for like maybe these earrings I got for like 2 mil because they're just too awesome to pass up. But yeah, and then I scrolled this myself, and I got that and all that, and I'm trying to get some more stuff from PvP, but it's hard because it's not very popular anymore, and I hear a lot of hackers go into it for some reason. So I'm trying to do that, but I don't know. And right now I'm kind of going through Victoria Island, just doing quests that give scrolls and stuff to make some money. Really, that's all I'm doing. And I'm also getting these cards because you can get some pretty nice equipment from doing this too. Basically what I'm doing is doing the Crusader Codex, which is just hunting a bunch of rare boss monsters and collecting these cards. And as you do that, your book fills up and you get additional stats on it. And as you fight bosses, you keep doing quests, and they'll keep rewarding you with certain currency for that group, and it'll let you buy certain equipment and potions and items from them that you only can get with their currency. So the more you do it, the more points you have, and you can get better stuff from them and all that. So that's kind of what I'm doing. Okay, I got both of those now. I keep getting out of this, and I don't want to get out of this. I think I need to head to Kerning City now. So yeah, I hope you guys got my message. Basically, it's just play a game for what it's for instead of playing it for what it's not for. And don't let age restrict you by what you want to do. Like, it's basically peer pressure. If you want to do something, but like MapleStory, for example, and you think it's too childish or something, it's not. I mean, there are like mature players. I've seen some YouTubers that are like twice my age probably, and they play MapleStory. So it's really whatever you think, whatever you enjoy. Just don't look at age as something that restricts you. It's just a number, really, and really we're all people when it comes down to it. So it shouldn't really matter. So I don't want to keep this video going too long, because to get this to actually look decent, I had to run full frames and fraps, and it's eating up my hard drive, and I'm hoping it doesn't lag like it did when I was recording Heritage Kings. So I'm going to end it probably here, once I get to a town or something. Probably when I get to a safe spot, not that these guys will bother me much. But yeah, so I'll do a little outro while I'm going. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys think about what I said there a bit. I'm not saying like I'm right or anything, it's just what I think people should look at when, whoops, I'm going the wrong way here. When they're looking at a game, is just to play the game for what it is and not for what it's not, or like not play something because they think they're too young or too old to do it or whatever. Or if you're too young, I don't think you should play a game that's like you're not old enough for. But if you're older and you enjoy a game, go for it. Don't let age stop you. Like, you only live once, so I wouldn't let things like that bother you. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you guys actually watched. I know some of you seeing MapleStory pop up the first thing probably isn't like the most interesting thing in the world, and I didn't really do anything too interesting, but I hope you guys enjoyed. So yeah, until next time guys, keep